Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Welcome to Jill's Creative Side. I'm super glad that you're here joining me today. We are going to be making a shirt. It's actually going to be layered. I've already done the first layer, but I have another shirt I want to do with you guys as well so you can see how it works. So welcome to Jill's Creative Side. I am Jill. If you are catching me live, comment, let me know you're watching. If you're catching this on a replay, comment and let me know, because we still have the giveaway going on for December. The way you can get in on the giveaway is to comment on my lives, join or subscribe to my channel, Jill's Creative Side on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, Jill Yvonne Photo, and make sure you comment on the live. So also post a picture of your Christmas tree and your Christmas decorations. Those are all ways you can get in on the giveaway. It's going to be next week, so I'm gonna do the giveaway. I'll actually do the drawing probably, I'm not sure, maybe Sunday after Christmas, so I know everybody's busy. So anyway, there's a couple things I wanted to show you. First, I posted a picture of a cute pair of earrings that I made using scrapbook paper. So I'm gonna be doing a live on that this week as well. I know it's Christmas week, it's crazy, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys. Also, if you're catching this on YouTube, I would love it if you would like the video and subscribe to my channel. It would help me out tremendously. So let me show you about the earrings real quick. These are the ones that I posted. How stinking cute. Look at this deer. I know the light plays funny tricks on the colors, but how cute is that? And then the back of it is greenery, like with a pine cone. Stinking cute. And the way I made those is just a wooden piece of, it's like a pre-made earring. I bought these off Amazon, and scrapbook paper. It's just this, look at all these little patterns that you can put on these earrings. So cute, you guys. I used decoupage. I also used some diamond glaze. I used the diamond glaze on the deer one, but I have made some others also. But I'll be doing a live on those. I've also made some really cute resin earrings, you guys. These are not UV resin. These are glacier resin from a maker studio. How cute are these little red hearts, y'all? Stinking cute. I have stars. We have red stars. I have tons of these. I'll be posting these here and in Mountain Breeze Boutique. So if you're not in that group, go get in that group. But we have like, let me show you my favorites. These are just like the white. Oh my goodness, y'all. I love these white ones. They're simple, but they're beautiful. And the Christmas earrings. Oh my goodness. These are stinking cute. And then we have the red and white. It kind of reminds me of peppermint. These are so cute. So yes, love, love, love. So I just wanted to show you those real quick, and we'll get started on the shirt. So let me put the camera down some so you can see all of what I'm doing. Okay, so I made the stencils using my Ikonart kit, and these are reusable stencils. And so this is the first layer because there's 3 colors: red, green, and black. So I put registration marks on the stencils, and so I put it down and painted this part. This is the second part, and it will line up with the registration marks to do the tires and the Merry Christmas, because that's in black. I'll also be showing you how to do it, the first layer on this shirt. This shirt right here was one my mom wanted, and I'm making one for my niece to match my mom because they are a tight as they can be, those two. So this one is a little bit smaller because it's a youth, but I'm using the same stencil, so it's going to look really big on this shirt, but that's okay. It's still going to be adorable. I have a tub of water to put my stencil in because I'm not going to wash it out with you guys on live. I'm going to be using Magnolia Design Co. ink, and this is coal black, a squeegee, and a stir to get the paint out. And I can link the Magnolia Design Co. in the comments, And I can also link the Ikonart system if you're interested, because it's a game changer, you guys. I mean, I would never be able to do this without them, because I don't like vinyl cut shirts. I mean, I've made several, but I just don't like them because once you wash them, they start cracking and it does all crazy stuff. This is, the ink gets set with heat, and it's like set into the fabric, so it's gonna be there forever, and you can wash it and dry it and do whatever you want to do, and it still is fine. For the truck and the tree, I use the red and the green Magnolia Design Co. ink. This is called Ruby Red and Emerald Green ink, and this is permanent once you heat set it. And I heat set it with my Cricut heat press for 30 seconds on 350, and then I turn the shirt inside out and do it again for 30 seconds on 350, but I put parchment paper in between the heat press and the shirt. So let's get started on this shirt, you guys. I am loving doing these shirts. It's so much fun, and now that I know how to layer the colors, I can do more than one color, so that's been fun too. I made the leopard Christmas tree shirt using the layers, but I'm an idiot, and when I did the registration mark, see, I put painter's tape down and do the squares on the painter's tape because you don't want that on your shirt, but I forgot to do those on the leopard Christmas tree, so it took me forever to match up the leopard. It was crazy, but it still worked, and it was still cute. And I'm trying to come up with new shirts and designs. A lot of designs I get off So Fancy. I get some off design bundles. And like the leopard tree, I just used the tree and I did the leopard myself. So some of these designs are mine, some of them are not. Most of them are not really mine, but I can modify them, which is cool. I guess I better show you, I guess I better lay the stencil down before I start painting. Okay. Let me put the lid back on that. All right, so, and make sure you write back on the back. Did I put that on there wrong? Oh no. I put the stencil on the wrong side when I put the backing on. Hopefully it's still gonna work. Hope so. You're not supposed to put it on the wrong side, so I'm hoping that it's still gonna work. Yikes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match my, and this I did 3 hours ago, so it's good and dry. I haven't heat set it yet. I was waiting to do the tires and the Merry Christmas part. So basically what I'm gonna do is match up the squares up here, and it is pretty much perfect. And so I'm just making sure I have it matched up pretty good. Okay, so now I have the tires on the truck. I'm gonna put my glasses on because I can't see good. All right, so I wanna make sure that I have this lined up exactly right before I start painting. Okay, it looks like we're good. Okay. That one's still, if you can see the color of the first layer, you know that it's not matched up right. And I think I've got it now. All right, so I'm just gonna push this down. And it seems like it's working okay, even though I stuck it on the wrong side of the backing. But you write back on there what I was going to tell you guys. I wrote back on there, and that's the side. The other side is the side you stick your stencil to. And I stuck it on the wrong side. Like this one, it says back, and it's on the right side. This one, I don't know what my deal was. Just had a moment. And so We're gonna do this in black. And if the stickiness wears off on these stencils, you can wet it on the back and it helps with the stickiness to come back some. So I'm just putting the black ink on the squeegee. So that's about all I need. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the tires. And then the Merry Christmas. And you just want to make sure that you go over it and get all the lines off from the squeegee. And I'm just going to rake this back in the little container. And you don't want to go over it a bunch of times, but I do try to get the lines off. Now, what you can do is lift this up very slowly, and if you see you missed a spot, you can lay it back down and go back over it again. So that's what I'm going to do, is lift this and make sure that it's good. And it is. So I'm going to pull it all the way off. Put it in the water bath, face down. And that just keeps it from drying on the stencil, because you don't want it to dry on the stencil, because then it won't be reusable. All right, so look at that, you guys. Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna take the tape off. So we're done with this shirt now. I tell you what takes most of the time is lining it up and getting everything centered. I did purchase these t-shirt guides from Magnolia Design Co. and they helped a lot. And it's just like a little plastic thing. I also use my Cricut ruler and I use a tape measure because I want it to be centered and all that good stuff. And what I use underneath is, it's the Cricut fabric mat. That's what I used. Because you want to put something in between the shirt and the back layer, because it will bleed through. The ink will go through to the back of the shirt and you don't want that. But you'll see ink on the inside of the shirt, which is fine. It's not going to hurt the shirt because it's on the inside, but it will wash off. And I'm just going to rinse my squeegee because I'm going to use it on this other shirt. And I have other squeegees, but this one came from a maker studio, and I'm telling you, I just love it a lot because it's more sturdy than the other stencils, I think. So, okay, make sure I get all the paint off my hands because you don't want to get paint on the shirt. And I use baby wipes like crazy down here in my little craft room because it's good to get the paint off your hands and all the fun stuff. So that shirt is done. I absolutely love how it turned out. This one is going to my mama. She requested this shirt. So I'm going to take it off the mat carefully and hang it up to dry. And then I'm going to heat, after about 2 hours, I will heat set it. But I let it dry for like 2 hours. I'm going to try to get this mat out without messing up what I just did. This is what I use. It's a mess, but it works. All right, so let me hang this over this. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure that there's no paint that's going to come off on this other shirt. And this is an old Cricut mat, so it doesn't matter if it's... I just don't want that ink to come off on the other shirt. And I'll let this dry a little bit, and then we'll get the... Let's get this shirt lined up. It's so tiny, but it's for my niece Nevaeh, and it's going to be a little bit big, the design, I think, on this shirt, but I think it'll be okay. So, so I'm gonna stick this in the shirt. And I may have to go up a little bit further on this shirt than the other one because it's gonna take up most of the shirt. So the guide is gonna, and you don't have to have a sticky mat under the shirt. I just do that because, I don't know, it works good, so that's what I do. I have another guide for youth shirts in the drawer. So this one is for youth. So it goes right at the collar. And forgive me, but I cannot see. So I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put this around the collar, and it gives you a center point. And that should be the center point of your design. But I always like to measure it because sometimes these shirts are a little bit wonky, but I get all my shirts from Jiffy Shirts, and they are awesome. These are Bella Canvas. This one is actually next level, but most of my shirts are Bella Canvas. That one I just did was. I don't think they had the baseball shirt and the Bella Canvas Youth, so that's why I got next level. So basically what I'm doing is measuring to make sure that the center point is correct. So it's 11.5. And so the center point is a little bit off, so I'm going to move this over to 5.5. No, that's not right. So it's going to be... Yeah, that's right. All right, so we've got this centered up. That's 11, yeah. So it's at 5.5. So the center is on 5.5, which is where it needs to be for 11 inches. So I'm gonna leave that there. And this also shows you to start your design at the bottom here, but I'm not sure I'm gonna do that on this one because the shirt because it's such a smaller shirt, I think I'm gonna go up some. And I know it looks terrible because the ink stains the stencil, but it doesn't stain, I mean, it doesn't affect the mesh part, so it doesn't matter if it stains it. I do wash these, so it stains it, and it's perfectly fine. You should get many, many uses out of these. So basically, I had marked the center point of the design right there with a Sharpie, and I did it at the bottom with a Sharpie, so I would know the center point of the design needs to go in the center of the shirt. So I'm going to make the design go up some, and that does not look, but I guess it is. I can't look at I'm looking at the little registration marks, which is not going to be centered because they're not centered. So, all right, so that's where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to take the backing part off. Did you see how much easier it comes off when you put it on correctly, like I did not do? So I'm going to... without letting this touch the ruler I have there because it'll stick like crazy. So I'm going to move this ruler up. And make sure that it's in the center. So I'm putting the design up a little bit from where it was on the other shirt because it's a smaller shirt. So I just want to make sure my measurements are correct and that I have everything in the center. Okay. It looks like that is in the correct spot. So now I want to make sure that I have the bottom correctly centered. And see, I just used this stencil earlier today. So it's, I mean, it's for sure reusable. These stencils are amazing. I'm telling you, amazing. Okay, that's perfect. And I measure and measure and measure like crazy because I always like it to be correctly centered, so it takes me forever to get it correct. So let me make sure I still have this one in the right spot. Okay. And then we'll get to, this is, like I said, this is the hardest part of making these shirts, is getting everything centered correctly. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and push this down, and we're gonna start painting with the ink. And we're gonna do the green tree and the red truck. All right, so I'm going to put the painter's tape underneath the squares because those are my registration marks. I don't want to paint that on the shirt. I just want to be able to line up the other layer with those registration marks. So don't forget to do this part because you don't want to paint the squares on your shirt. And I mean, don't forget to also use them because the Christmas tree, the leopard Christmas tree I did, I'm such an idiot, and I forgot to do it. So it took me forever to get it matched up. It worked, it just took way too long. All right, so I'm gonna do the tree first with the emerald green from Magnolia Design Co. And I love making these shirts, y'all. These are so much fun. The measuring part is not my favorite thing. I struggle with that. It's like every time I measure, I get a different measurement on anything, not just on shirts. All right, so it doesn't take a lot of ink, but you definitely want to use enough, and you can always come back and get more. So that's all the ink I'm using. And I'm just making sure that it's pushed down good. And I'm going to try not to get the green ink on the red truck. That ink looks weird. Okay, so I'll get a little bit of ink on the square. And here's where I have to be careful not to get the ink on the red truck, the green. All right, so far so good. And remember, you can always lift these up and make sure you've got ink everywhere you need it, but lift it slowly. And you want to make sure that you put it back down easy because you don't want to misalign it. And I like to get all the marks from the squeegee off. Okay, now we're going to go with the red. And I will lift that up in when I get done with the red, and we'll see if we need to put any more down. Okay. And it doesn't take a whole lot of ink to do these. And make sure that you get it, make sure you don't have it on your hands and get it on the shirt. That would not be good. So this is what the ink looks like. And I know my camera does weird things with the lighting, but it is red. Okay, so there's the red ink. So now I'm just going to do the truck, and try not to get the red ink in the green tree. And you want to push down to make sure you get it through the mesh. And hopefully this is not going to look way too big for this little shirt, but I think she'll like it. It's like her grandma, so I'm sure she'll love it. She loves her grandma. Okay. One more pass. I'm going to go over and get the lines off and then lift it and make sure I don't need anywhere else. And then we'll pull it off. And then we wait 2 hours for it to dry. And then we do the second layer and then we heat set it. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. All right, there's a couple places that I need to go back over. Well, let's check the red part. Whoops, that was not good. I think I moved it. All right. I'm just going to push this back down because it came up. And I think I don't have it down exactly right because it moved a little. But we're going to try to get it back as good as we can. Yeah, I don't think it's lined up right, so I'm gonna leave that. I don't want to mess it up. And I think that doing this on that Cricut mat might have something to do with how it moves a little bit. So I'm just gonna go over that part right there. I'm not gonna do the tree because I don't want to mess that up. It's only a few little spots that could use some more ink, but I really don't want to take a chance and mess it up. So we're going to take it off and then I'll let you see. There it is. So that part is done. So now all we have to do is wait on this to dry, and then we'll go back and put the second layer on, and then we'll heat set it. So that's it, you guys. I hope y'all can see the shirt. So I'm going to leave the registration mark tape on there, and I'll put the second layer on here. And but it turned out, I don't think it's going to be too big for the shirt. I'm glad I moved it up some. So that's how you make the screen print shirts. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thank you for tuning in on this live. And if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jill's Creative Side. Follow me on Instagram, Jill Yvonne Photo. Post a picture of your Christmas tree. Post a picture of your Christmas decorations. All those things get you entered for the giveaway that I'm going to be giving away: a stencil, some chalk paste samples, and a squeegee, and some other crafts that I've done that are completed that you can use. So make sure you do all the things to get in on that giveaway. I think that's about it, you guys. I gotta wash my stencils out, hang them up to dry, and wait for this to dry. So at 5 o'clock, I'll do the second layer, and then I will heat set the other shirt when it dries. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial or this live video on how to make the shirts. The Ikonart is amazing, you guys. So if you want to check that out, I will put the link to that. Also to the Magnolia Design Co. I'll put the link to their items as well. And I'm also going to post a image of the QR code for my YouTube channel, Instagram, so that you can just, if you don't know how to use a QR code, all you have to do is go to your camera on your phone and point it to that QR code, and it'll say, it'll ask, do you want to open up Jill's Creative Side on YouTube, and just click yes and then subscribe. That's it. But if you subscribe to YouTube, make sure you let me know, because I don't always see who's subscribed. So make sure you tell me if you subscribe to YouTube so I can put you down in the drawing. Instagram, I think I can see that. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you have a great day. It's Christmas week. I'm super excited about that. I hope everybody has a wonderful Christmas. But stay tuned for this week. I'll be making the wooden earrings with scrapbook paper this week. So that's something cool. Anyway, and I'm going to try to do another live doing the resin earrings. It's the glacier resin from A Maker Studio. I can't use UV resin because the last time I used it, it gave me a tremendous headache. So we stay away from that stuff. Anyway, that's all I got. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for being in my group. And I will talk to you guys soon. Merry Christmas. Take care.